Hi friends, it's Erica. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. If you're not subscribed yet, please make sure to do so. I post videos every week about mindfulness and positivity and spirituality and all that stuff. So for today's video, I wanted to give you guys some tips on how to maintain a positive outlook on life. I think living a positive and happy, fulfilling life is something that I truly value. I want to share my tips with you guys on how I don't let the small stuff affect me and how I try to just always keep a positive outlook on life. I hope you guys enjoy this video and find it helpful in some way. I think what gave me the idea to make this video is that I've been asked several times how I manage to stay positive a lot of the time. I do think that I've always been someone who looks at the bright side of things and who, is very optimistic about situations that I find myself in. I kind of boiled it all down to 3 main tips that I think are super beneficial for everyone to know. So that's what I'm going to be sharing with you guys today. Also, if you want to keep up with me when I'm not posting on YouTube, you can follow me on Instagram and Snapchat. I will have the usernames on the screen right now and in the description box below. So I hope you guys enjoy this, and without further ado, let's get right into the video. The first tip I have for you guys for maintaining a positive outlook on life is gratitude. Always be grateful. I cannot express how important gratitude is and how much it has changed my life personally. I just think it's like the golden rule of life. Like, the more grateful you are, the happier you are going to be. I'm sure you guys have probably heard of people making gratitude lists either in the morning when they wake up or right before bed. You can literally make a gratitude list whenever you want. It doesn't have to be in the morning or in the night. Something that I do is that when I find myself in a not so good situation and I start to kind of get these negative spiraling thoughts, I basically think of 3 things that I'm grateful for in that moment. You don't have to think of just 3, you can think of 10. It doesn't matter how simple or how silly it may sound. There's so much to be grateful for in any given moment, no matter what situation you're in. I also think gratitude is really important when you feel like you're starting to compare yourself to others, because when you compare yourself to people, you're really focusing on what you don't have. You're focusing on the lack of the situation. But if you're grateful, then you're appreciating what you actually do have in that moment, and you're happy and content with whatever that is. You're content with yourself, you're content with your life, and that's really the most important thing. Gratitude is definitely the first and probably most important thing to living a more happy, positive life. Tip number 2, don't take anything personally. That may be a lot easier said than done, and I know from personal experience, but I've gotten so much better at it. Most of the times we let the little things get to us, the things people say to us, the things people do. Someone cuts us off on the freeway, we get really mad. Then comes road rage. Our friend says something critical to us, we get super offended and defensive. That creates an argument between us. If we just didn't take things to heart all the time, we would be a lot happier. Life would be a lot simpler. You have to realize that when somebody says something or does something to you, it has nothing to do with you. It has everything to do with them. I think that's one of the most important things I've learned, is that whatever someone says or does is just a reflection of them and what they're going through and their insecurities, and they just have to project it onto someone else. In a sense, they feel powerless, that they need to bring somebody else down. When we take things personally, we're only hurting ourselves. I think so many of us, when we're in a situation where someone is rude to us or something, and then we get really offended, we let it ruin our day. We let whatever that person said or did out of their own anger and frustration, or whatever made them act that way towards us, we let that affect us so much that it makes us have a bad day. You only have yourself to worry about, and your choices and your opinions of yourself. I will say this, it is definitely harder to not take things personally from the people closest to you, whose opinions you actually care about. For me personally, it's been harder to not take things personally that, like, a family member says to me. I just have to keep reminding myself that it has nothing to do with me, whatever they're saying, whether it be critical or just mean. I know that whatever they're going through is their problem, and I really have no control over how they're feeling or how they choose to express their feelings. Just remember that people's words and actions are only a reflection of themselves. Finally, the last tip, number 3, let shit go. If you don't let anything have a lasting, gripping impression on you, and if you don't attach to things that occur, you're gonna feel free. You're gonna feel happier. Because whatever happened, happened, and that's it. It happened, move on. I think a lot of the times we just dwell on situations and on what happened in the past, on what we could have done better, on what we should have done instead. But whatever, it's gone. Like, that moment is gone. And here's a new moment. So let's focus on the present instead of dwelling on whatever it was that happened. Let shit go. Don't let it have a lasting grip on you. I made a video recently about forgiveness and I'll have it linked below. You guys should definitely go watch that one as well. I think to be truly free and genuinely happy, you've got to forgive. Even if people don't deserve to be forgiven, even if they don't give you an apology, forgiveness is so important. Why hold grudges? Like, it does nothing productive in your life. Bad situations are gonna happen, but instead of looking at that situation as a why me? What did I do to deserve this? Instead of looking at it that way, look at a situation as a lesson to be learned. Ask yourself, what is this situation here to teach me? Doesn't have to be a positive situation. Life's gonna throw us all kinds of situations, good and bad. And we just have to be ready to take them on with a positive mindset and perspective. Remember that all we have is this present moment. We don't need to waste the new moments thinking about the old ones that already happened that we will never be able to change because they already happened and life doesn't work that way. That's just it. Be grateful, don't take anything personally, and let shit go. Those are my 3 tips. Try each of these things out for a whole week and see if you notice a difference in your days. Thank you all for watching this video and spending some time with me today. I love you all. Don't forget to be here, be still, and be love, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye guys.